Hey, hello, hello. This is Stacy Noggle, your high performance health coach, and I am here to do a live training for you today. I'm really excited to share with you some of the strategies you can put to work to become an energy generator. So, we all think that, first off, let me tell you that I want to tell you a story about an entrepreneur who is an incredible energy generator. And as we go through the training today, I will end up giving you 5 steps that you need to become this amazing energy generator. Now, these are the same concepts that we use working with our clients in our coaching programs that help them feel really confident and capable to up level their businesses, to be able to grow that empire, to show up beautifully in their lives, have the energy and the capacity to develop those deep relationships, to enjoy hobbies, to have a life and do more of what you love without burning out while you scale up your business. So, today's training is for you if you are looking to up level your life and your business. To do that, I know you need to have a ton of energy. I need to have a ton of energy. I definitely walk this talk. I follow my own advice. When I don't follow my own advice, I suffer. And as you may or may not know, I'm in my mid 50s. Have an adult daughter. We also have 2 boys who are 8 and 12. So, and we're working on our business. And we moved country. We moved from the US down into Ecuador within the last year. So I need massive energy, and I have put to use all of my tools, all of the tools that we have developed, and tried to be really consistent because I know I have to show up at my A game to take care of my family with our work, as well as to take care of them with nurturing and producing amazing meals. And although my husband, co-partner, co-coach Marcus is not here with us today, he is busy taking care of the kids. He just made me this beautiful green smoothie that I am enjoying this morning, and we'll be making lunch while we have this wonderful time together. So at the end of the training, you're going to be able to put these 5 big key strategies to work so that you know what to eat to create energy in your body. And you know what to do when you have an energy dip, how to bring it up without having to rely on sugar or caffeine. So let's get started. We all think that if we had more time, we could be more successful. Well, that might be true, but we cannot manufacture more time. To be successful, we have to focus on the things that we can control, as my business coach so wisely said recently. So let me ask you something. You are an entrepreneur. Do you try to save money by purchasing low quality equipment and supplies for your business, like a computer that's 15 years old that can't really run the current software? Um, or if you're an artist, to buy low quality supplies. Would that move your business forward to cut corners and save on low quality equipment? Well, we all know the answer is no. Um, but that is something you can control. And you know that in order to produce high quality work, you need high quality equipment. So I want to tell you a short story right now about a person from a small town, dyslexic, ADHD. This person started many businesses that failed. And ultimately, his passions and his innovation led him to become a billionaire today. And one of his famous quotes is, "To be successful, you have to be out there. You have to hit the ground running." Well, this person was Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Air and entrepreneur failure so many times before he found his passions and his strategies that worked to build incredible multi-million billion dollar businesses in his life. So what did he do? Well, number one, he was passionate and determined to achieve his success. There was nothing that was going to stop him. He knew what he wanted. He was going to go for it. He had all of that law of attraction working for him because of his unwavering determination. And not to say that as entrepreneurs, we don't cycle up and down, feel bad about a failure, pull ourselves up by our bootstraps and keep going. But he was determined. He really didn't give life any other options but to help him find his success. And number two, he was prolific. He was prolific in the production of his businesses. Try this. And he failed fast. If he was going down, he went down fast. Like he said, hit the ground running. So he did. He'd fail fast and he would learn. He would fail forward. He would learn, get back up and get going again. And he also enjoys his life. He is not 100% focused on his business. He is not working 20-hour days. He enjoys family time. He has breakfast with his wife in the morning. They read together. And you may, if you follow him on social media or stories of him, you'll see that he's often out biking, hiking, getting out in nature and having adventures. He almost always has a huge smile on his face. So he works. He's built an incredible empire. But through building that empire, he has also had a really incredible life full of the richness of connection and incredible health. So why is he so successful in both his life and in his business? Well, in looking at hundreds of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world, there are some things that they have in common. And he is a shining example of those things. So one quality the most successful entrepreneurs today have is that they invest in themselves, their most valuable piece of equipment. They invest in what we call high performance health, meaning that they optimize their genetic potential to be the best they can be, to show up with their A game every day. They become energy generators. So we can't manufacture time, but what we can do is manufacture energy and focus through our diets and lifestyle. So I know that we all have different genetic potentials, and a lot of your genetics is they're malleable. Our DNA genes get turned off and on based on what we eat, what we think, what our environment is, what our lifestyle choices are. There are a lot of genes that we can turn off and on. Some not so much. I will always have green eyes. I'm not going to change the color of my eyes. And I'm always going to be 5'7". I'm never going to be a star basketball player, no matter how hard I train or what I do. But what I've got, I'm going to make the best of, make the most of. And being able to generate energy, not just take it in through calories or through sugar or caffeine stimulants, but to actually optimize your body for generating energy. Well, that is something that entrepreneurs have, because if you're going to hit the ground running and maybe over and over and over again, or every single day, hit the ground running and make progress in your business, feel mentally and emotionally on point and focused and able to move through your day with enthusiasm and grace, finish your work and go have fun with your friends, with your family, doing things that you love. To be able to do that, you need to be able to generate energy. So I'm going to ask you another question. If you are really serious about your success and you're working hard, and at the end of the day, if your body hurts, you're exhausted, you're maxed out, how is the quality of your life? Are you fulfilled and enjoying that journey to success? As I said, it's not just about the energy that we bring in through food, breath, and sleep, and all of those different avenues, although those are also really important to optimize. When we become energy generators, we can get more done and still have that energy left. So the Oprahs, the Tony Robbins, the Georgia O'Keeffes, the Richard Bransons of the world did not become successful and then start to take care of themselves. they invested in upgrading the one piece of equipment that they knew they could rely on their entire lives. And that is their health, their bodies. And, there are many ways to improve your mental, emotional, physical health. We take the approach of getting your body in order so that you have all of the nutrients, everything that you need to support a healthy mental, emotional state. And I know that supporting a healthy mental, emotional state also affects your physiology. But we start with the physical, that foundation, and then we watch how that supports your mental capacity as well as your emotional stability, and actually having enthusiasm and a positive life outlook are very much supported by your physical health. So let's talk a little bit about Tony Robbins. He is passionate about spending time outdoors, researching. He's super enthusiastic. He's very much into health, but he always was. We tried a lot of different ways, and it can take a while. It can take decades to kind of hone in on what exactly works best for you and your body. And the tricky part is that as we go through different phases and stages of life, what we actually need to function at our best changes. But he was very focused on finding the answers. He never took anyone's opinion as gospel. He always researched, got second opinions, researched some more, and found his way through on his own path. So, like Brendon Burchard and Marie Forleo, who, if you're an entrepreneur, you probably know about them. They are also passionate, not just about their success, but their lives. And they have really strong high performance health habits in place. They do have state-of-the-art equipment, supplies, and they have their health with them. So I want to get into a little statistic here, and it shows that as an entrepreneur, when you are healthy and when your spouse is healthy as well, you will make more money in your business. This has been shown studying tens of thousands of entrepreneurs. It happens. When you have the energy, the focus, and the stamina to show up with your A game, you will make more money. On the other side of it, if you look at healthy workers and the studies that they've done with them, if people have really great health, and it doesn't mean perfect, it's not pro athlete health, but just really great health, they make on average 37% more money every year than their unhealthy coworkers. And they also retire with 65% more in their nest egg. And a lot of that happens not only because they show up and they do good work, but because they are not sick. They don't need sick days. They're not spending so much time going to the doctor or chasing symptoms or having to call in sick or working at half mast because they feel crappy. So it's not just, oh, this sounds lovely, I'll do this someday. It's like right now, this is a huge impact on your success and your income. And hardly anyone talks about it. They all talk about habit stacking and, different productivity habits and how to get a CEO mindset and all these things. But if you don't have a solid foundation of success, if your house is built on sticks and not a solid foundation, you just will not have a stable home. You will not achieve all that you are capable of unless you have a strong foundation, and that foundation is your body, your physical health, and your ability to perform at your best. So having confidence in your capacity to show up with that A game at work every day to up-level your business and enjoy life requires that you invest in becoming the most healthy person that you can be. And your health can be more of a limiting factor even than time. They say that a healthy person has many wishes. And I bet as an entrepreneur, if you're anything like my husband, Marcus, and I, you have a lot of wishes. We have so many wishes. We can't wait to go scuba diving with great white sharks and whale sharks, and to get out to the Galapagos and to go visit our family and have, beach week with our family. There's so many things that we want to do. We're living in Ecuador right now and exploring, and we want to help more people have this kind of amazing freedom in their lives. So a healthy person has many wishes, but a sick person has only one. all they want to do is get better. So I want to say that we call entrepreneurs the pro athletes of the business world. I mean, what building an empire or just a simple business demands of us as entrepreneurs is pro athlete level. So why shouldn't you be able to leverage the same kinds of elite diet and lifestyle habits that pro athletes and the most successful business people in the world use? It is our passion and our purpose to bring those to you, so that you don't have to go out and have, a whole team's worth of support professionals helping you do this, that, and the other thing. We're giving you these tools. We've researched this for 30 years. That's a really long time to be passionate about something, but we are so passionate about health and performance. We love to push ourselves, to have adventures, to find our edges, and to grow our business, to help more people to have bigger impact. And our health is the foundation of that. So what can you do with high performance health? Why should it be important to you? Well, you can be more productive, you can feel better, you can make more money, and you can do more of what you love. You can have more freedom. So let's talk about becoming an energy generator and get down to some steps that you can take. So when you're an energy generator, you know exactly what to eat and do to build and maintain the energy you need throughout the day. When your energy drops, you know what to do to elevate it, so you're not relying on stimulants. That's what we started our talk out with today. So how do you generate that energy? Well, I'm going to get a little medical on you. You may be pulling out of your brain some memories of being in biology class in high school or perhaps college. And our bodies produce energy. It's called ATP. And it is so important for our bodies, and it's produced inside of every single cell in your body. Trillions and trillions of little energy generators called mitochondria. They are in every cell of your body. So you have trillions of these engines, mitochondria engines, working for you every day to produce energy, to make your body function, to help you be able to do everything that you want to do. Keeping those engines in top form is key. You take your car in for tune-ups, so you need to take your mitochondria in for tune-ups too, because they make your energy. So fun fact, cyanide, an incredibly powerful poison, right? One drop could kill me in 30 seconds. And you know why it can kill me in 30 seconds? How it works so fast? It stops the mitochondria from functioning. It prevents them from working. And when your mitochondria stop working, you've got about 1 minute, 30 seconds before you are dead. So taking care of them is really, really important. And nobody taught us this in biology. Nobody taught me this studying health science in college, even. And in my master's pursuits of Eastern medicine, nobody taught me about the mitochondria either. And Eastern medicine, East Asian medicine is really amazing at supporting longevity and optimal performance. It's just that thousands of years ago, they weren't talking about mitochondria. So let's get right to it. What do you need to generate energy? You need 5 things. And it's similar to an engine in a car, really. Number 1, you need oxygen. You have to have oxygen going into those cells. Your mitochondria feed on this oxygen. They need it to power their engine. You know, if you have ever had your car sort of sputter to a stop, there are 3 things that are going on. Either the air intake is a problem, fuel intake is a problem, or there's no spark to light it all up. So we need oxygen. It fuels our body so that we can have our engines running and roaring and moving us ahead. Oxygen. So we need to breathe deeply, right? So here's a lifestyle thing. Breathing deeply, sitting at your desk if you're a desk person, with good posture. You know, a lot of us slouch when we're at our desk, especially when we're doing tasks that are not our fun tasks. Maybe a tedious must be done, but not fun. We tend to slouch. And I have often told my clients, if you take your finger and you put it at the base of your sternum, your breastbone here, there's a little tag called the xiphoid process, and you put your other finger on your belly button. When we slouch, your fingers will come closer together. And when we elevate our posture, the fingers spread apart. So rather than saying, okay, shoulders back, sit up straight, create tension, not good for circulation and oxygenation. Instead, put your finger at the base of your breastbone, your sternum, put it on your belly button and lift, spread them apart. And that will give more room to your lungs so that it's easier and more natural to take deep breaths so you do not have to effort. We like to eliminate effort as much as possible to get you your high performance health in a way that's fun and easy. But what it also does is it gives your organs more room instead of squashing them down. It's very hard to work. If you had to work in a little box that squashed you, you would not be as effective, guaranteed, right? Well, same with your organs. So elevating your posture so that you have easy, deep breaths, so that your organs have the space they need to have good circulation is really important. Number 2, here's something you need. You need nutrients. You need building blocks. So this comes from the food you eat. If you don't have the right building blocks to build a house, it's not going to happen. If you manufacture printers, if you don't have, the right rubber for the rolling pin, you can't make printers. They won't work. Well, your body's the same. It needs all the nutrients to be able to function at its best. And we need those, if you get all of the nutrients you need, every 3 days, you cover all of your bases. You don't have to worry about getting every single thing every single day or at every single meal. The most important thing is that you get a wide variety of nutrients on a regular, consistent basis. And so eating well, number 3. Number 1, oxygen. Number 2, you need nutrient building blocks. You have to have all the parts to build the energy that keeps you running at your best. And number 3, you have to eat well. So when I say eat well, I know that every single person is different. We have different histories, we have different genetics, we have different needs based on our current situation. We may have different health challenges that have developed in our body, and we need specialized nutritional diets to be able to support us. But overall, there are some concepts about eating well that you can entertain. Number 1 is eat across a broad range of whole foods every day. Our family likes to play games. We like to keep it easy. We don't like to get too tense and focused around nutrition. So we say, okay, we want to make sure that we have at least 15 different fruits, vegetables, beans, whole grains every day. And in the smoothie Marcus made me today, avocado, he wanted to put mango in it. It has banana, I think it has pineapple. It had hemp seeds on top. And I'm not sure what kind of juice he put in it. But it's really easy, 5 right there in my morning smoothie. At lunch, I know that we're making banh mi sandwiches, or I'm having a banh mi salad. So there's going to be greens. I have sliced carrots, sliced cucumber, pickled radishes, pickled onions, mushrooms. We've just grown our first batch of mushrooms. It's right out in the room over there. They're about this big around, gorgeous. And we're going to have tofu, and there is an almond paste that goes with it. This is a Vietnamese sandwich that our kids just love. So we're going to get all of that variety in our lunch. So between the smoothie and the lunch, we've almost covered 15 already. So that's a game that we play. We try to eat also. So 15 is fun, but the data does show that if you eat at least 30 different whole foods, at least a couple tablespoons counts as a serving for this game, 30 of them every week, then you are good. It does so many good things for your body, and I won't go into it all now, but eating across a broad range of whole foods. The next thing you can do with your diet is eat a rainbow. So all the different colored foods have different phytonutrients in them. They have different elements that support you. They have different antioxidants. You've probably heard that word, and different levels of protein and carbohydrates and fats, good fats, and fiber, loads and loads of different kinds of fiber, insoluble and soluble fiber. So if you eat the rainbow every day, all these wonderfully different colored foods, really easy to do in soups, stews, and stir fries, and salads especially, and your smoothie actually. It's a great way to eat all of those different colors. So there are two basic guidelines that you can use to elevate your diet. And, I have not talked about animal products. Our family personally, we choose a plant-based diet. And if you look around the world, they have these places that are called blue zones, and there are 5 of them on the planet. And in these places called blue zones, this is where people have the longest lifespan and health span. They regularly live to be over 100 years old, sharp as a tack, physically active, walking up and down hills, enjoying a vibrant family life. There are a lot of factors that go into making them the healthiest, longest lived people on the planet. But they eat mostly plants. 95% of their diet is plant-based. And when you work with us, or, if you are associated, engaged with us in any way, we're not going to tell you that you have to go vegan, that you have to only eat plant-based. We know everybody is different. We all start at different places and we all have different needs. But I can say that I don't know any doctor that has ever said, don't eat plants, don't eat more plants. So our motto is eat more plants. We help you make them nutritious and delicious. So there are 2 ways that you can help yourself eat more healthy. And number 4, strong digestion. It doesn't matter what you are bringing into your body. You can be bringing in pure gold into your body with your nutrients. But if you are not able to digest them and get them to where they need to be, it's irrelevant. It's a waste of money. And from our perspective, a lot of supplements are that. They are a waste of money. We prefer to help people use whole foods to achieve their health goals rather than supplements. They're more easily digested. All of the cofactors that work together give us benefits that a pill or a single dose like an iron pill just can't do. So having a strong digestion means that you can break down your food well. The bacteria in your gut are your friends. There's more bacterial DNA in your body than human DNA. You really are more bacteria than human. So we have a symbiotic relationship, a win-win. The bacteria have a great place to live, and we have bacteria that is working for us, taking care of us, helping to keep us healthy if it's the good bacteria. So supporting your digestion is absolutely critical. In East Asian medicine, Chinese medicine, that is the core. If the digestion is off, everything else will falter. It must be good. It's sort of like the soil in a garden, having the nutrients in the soil in a garden. If the soil is crap, the plants just aren't going to grow. And one little finger's worth of soil has billions of organisms in it. It is a living thing when it is organic and fresh and rich, and the plants grow like giants in soil that's like that. Your gut, your digestive organs, when they have a robust abundance of the right bacteria, they are going to help you have tons of energy. So how do you support them? Well, by eating whole foods. Again, the things that we just talked about. The bacteria in your gut thrive on fiber, the healthy bacteria, the ones that are working for you, not against you. They thrive on fiber. What's high in fiber? Fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts, and seeds, all and whole grains. The plant-based foods are high in fiber. Animal products are not. So to support your digestion, eat foods with lots of fiber. That's called a prebiotic. And I'm sure you've heard of probiotics. You can buy them in pills. People often think, oh, I'm going to eat yogurt. And they go out and they get their Yoplait, and they're getting a lot of sugar and not so much good bacteria in them. We prefer to use fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi and kombucha to replenish some of those great bacteria in our gut. And did you know, if you happen to live by an organic farm and something is local where you can get produce that's not been radiated, the skin of just like an apple that you've picked off an organic tree is packed with probiotics. The natural world wants to support you. We just have to try to access the natural world more than the processed food world. All right. And number 5, we need healthy circulation. So we want to bring in these foods. We want to digest these foods. And now we have to get all of these nutrients to our cells so that our cells can function at their best, so that we can feed the mitochondria everything that it needs to grow big and strong and generate energy, turn you into a massive energy generator. If your mitochondria are weak and sick from not having enough nutrition in your life, or being highly stressed, or being sick for a long time, they will actually shrink. They'll get smaller. They'll be fewer in number, and you start feeling that fatigue. Well, we have to take care of them, and they can multiply. They can get big and robust, but we have to get them what they need. So circulation is key. And there are different ways to increase your circulation. One is exercise. Exercise, as you know, gets your blood pumping. It moves energy around your body. It moves the blood around your body, moving blood through all of the small capillaries to help you release heat, gets all those nutrients to bathe all of your cells in some delicious, rich food. So exercise is one. Another one is eating really great food. You know, when we eat animal products or we eat a really high fat meal, our circulation is decreased. More inflammation happens in our blood vessels. The blood cells themselves kind of stick together instead of being one at a time on their own. And when they stick together, because they're delivering oxygen, they're taking in waste, they're giving oxygen. And if they're stuck together, they can't do it. They just can't give you the oxygen that you need. How sad, because that's number one, the first thing that you need, right? So having a diet, again, we're back to whole foods, a variety of colorful whole foods to help promote healthy circulation. Foods that are high, or that support high levels of nitric oxide, that help relax your blood vessels so that there's a little more room, instead of, thinking of you have to walk down a hallway that's packed with people. Well, make the hallway double the size and the people can walk through more easily, right? Same with your blood vessels. So again, we're looking at those wonderful whole foods. So I don't know if you know, my husband Marcus and I, we're both high performance health mentors, and we're in our mid-50s. We've been in the realm of health and healthcare for a very long time. Marcus got a molecular biology from MIT. He's an EMT. He's pushed his body to the limits. He's been fascinated with health and performance as an athlete and adventurer his whole life. And I have my master's degree in East Asian medicine with a background in biological sciences. So we've been working with clients and studying. We're insanely curious. We love getting lost in medical journals and studies. And we essentially help our clients become energy generators with laser-like focus and really skookum stamina. That is our job. It is our passion. And we've helped so many thousands of people over the years, and we've honed this down. We picked out the very best that we have seen help our clients and that the current research is showing. So we're always upgrading as well. So one thing that is different about us compared to maybe going to see your doctor or something like that is that we focus on preventative medicine. And that's the medicine of maintaining and improving wellness. It's not so sexy. Like we talked about earlier, it's not usually a huge motivation to go wake up in the morning and go, oh my gosh, I must increase my performance. I need to focus on preventative medicine. We don't wake up like that. We may wake up and go, shit, I feel tired today. I wish I felt better. But we often aren't even aware of that next step of optimizing our health. So we've watched so many entrepreneurs struggle and fail because they didn't invest in their health and performance. People think that they can delay and they'll catch up with their health later. But essentially, you're accruing poor health interest, and it gets really hard to pay that off if it goes on for too long. We can only live on that credit for so long before our bodies say, I'm done. I'm done. My mitochondria are weak and spindly. My gut bacteria, they're vetoing everything. They've gone on strike, and my body's starting to suffer. And then when you are sick, you have but one wish, and that wish is to be well again. So, it's a bit like driving with a flat tire. No one would do this, but yet they do it with their bodies every day. People just, so many of us, we don't know how awesome we can feel. We've forgotten. We think that, oh, I felt great in my 20s, but now I'm in my 40s and I have all these aches and pains. Those aches and pains, 95% of everything that challenges you are optional. It depends on the genes that you're turning off and on with your diet and your lifestyle. So everyone that we work with, they tell us that quality of life is more important than quantity. But there's no reason you can't have both. Like the people in the blue zones, they have an incredibly long lifespan, but with incredible health as well. So you can achieve both of those through developing high performance diet and lifestyle habits. Now, I want to talk to you about something else that you probably have not heard any other healthcare providers talking about because so few people get to this level of training. There are 4 levels of nutrition, and you must address each of these to become a high performing energy generator. Now, the first one, a lot of people have heard of. I'm sure you have an awareness of it. That's addressing the macronutrients, proteins, carbohydrates, fat, and fiber. There are high protein diets, low carb diets, high carb diets, all these things. We have to have the right combination for us of those macronutrients. That's just level 1. Level 2, and this is where a lot of health coaches and nutritionists spend a lot of their time focusing on, and these are called the micronutrients. These are your vitamins and minerals, and they are so important. These are the nutrients that your gut bacteria are absorbing. They're taking those in and they're going, all right, these are the building blocks. Let's build a strong body. And so important. We need to make sure that we're getting all of the vitamins, minerals that we need in order to be able to support our physical form, to support our mental and emotional form. Now, level 3, you've probably heard of some of these. And the science is so young. There are tens of thousands of phytonutrients in the whole foods that we eat, and we only know this many of them. Plants are so incredibly complex. So this level 3 is where you leverage the power of phytonutrients. You may have heard of resveratrol, coenzyme Q10, and so let's see, zeaxanthin. There are loads of them. And where you'll find them, if you haven't heard about them on the news or on commercials or things like that, you'll find them in the vitamins section at your store. Lots and lots of little bottles that are full of these individual phytonutrients. Well, I'm here to tell you that you eat 1 serving of broccoli, you're getting a ton of phytonutrients. You eat a little handful of blueberries, you are blowing doors on the supplements that you could spend hundreds of dollars on at the market. So that's the level of phytonutrients. And when you know how to leverage those through whole foods, you're getting the phytonutrients you need, you're getting the vitamins and minerals that you need, and you are getting all of the proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and fiber that you need as well. So 3 levels covered just like that. Now, the 4th level that I hardly know anyone that works on, and Marcus and I, he has his Western medicine background. I have some Western and Eastern medicine background. Plus, we're both yoga teachers. And so we bring this East and West together to bring you really the best that the whole world can offer. We also have traveled extensively, and we've talked to people in numerous indigenous cultures about what they do to support their health, about what their strategies are, what their strategies have been for hundreds or even thousands of years. And that level 4 of nutrition is to use food as medicine with personalized prescriptive diets that support you to be the best you possible. So the first 3 levels, you can accomplish and you can support yourself in amazing ways if you address the first 3 levels of nutrition. But the 4th level, if you want to take it to your max, you want to be your very best, maybe you have some health challenges that you're working on and you want to resolve them and move forward so that instead of having that one wish of feeling better, you can have the many wishes of a really healthy, uh, energized, focused kind of person. So level 4 is prescriptive, food as medicine. And I did a training last week that was on stress busting foods and using food as medicine that way. And without even thinking about it after that training, I went and we made a dinner where we had 4 of the 6 stress busting foods that we talked about in the training. Well, there were a lot of things going on and I was feeling a bit stressed and hadn't slept so well that week. Well, that night I slept like a baby, best night's sleep that I've had in ages. And I had used food as medicine. I hadn't even thought about it, but did the training. It was in my subconscious mind, and that's what we ate for dinner. So food as medicine is incredibly powerful. And a lot of cultures, they will use medications, pharmaceuticals, herbal medicine, or food. And all of those are very, very potent. It means that it is not one size fits all. Your diet is specific to you, just like you wouldn't take some random white pill if you had high blood pressure because you know that someone takes a white pill to take their blood pressure down, pharmaceutical. That wouldn't make any sense. You can't take medicine for one person could be poison for another. So on level 4, the diet that you develop is one that is medicine for you. So we get a question often. People say, all right, well, for levels 1 to 3, can't I just like drink some shakes, eat some bars and take some supplements, help myself lose some weight, make sure I'm covering all my vitamins? And I'll say, yeah, you can meet the bare minimum of the nutrient things that you need through high quality shakes, bars, and supplements. But they will just give you the bare minimum. They are not live foods. They are processed foods. They are not living. You're not getting all of the complexity of whole foods and the ways that they work together, the alchemy that they create for your body. So you're getting the bare minimum. Yep, here's the things that you absolutely require to be a functioning, a live human being, but they're not going to make you your best. So you're not someone who settles for just, okay, I know you're here because you are a striver. You have a vision and a passion and a purpose, and just, okay, meet the bare minimum is not who you are. So shakes, bars, and supplements aren't going to do that for you. So even though they can have their place, and we're not going into detail on that, they are not a substitute for a high quality whole foods diet for you. So nourishing our bodies in ways that helps us be all of who we are requires that we nourish ourselves with whole foods full of color and vitality. And as for level 4, not many doctors or practitioners work at that level. It demands that we know your history, your current state of health, what your goals are, what your potentials are, understanding, are you deficient in any vitamins and minerals? That would require some testing. We can even suggest genetic testing where we can find out if you have any trouble absorbing or utilizing different nutrients. Are there foods that are difficult for you? For instance, I know that I process caffeine very slowly, caffeine and alcohol slowly. I just have a genetic setup for that. And I've always known that, but it was really fun to get confirmation about that, because if I have any caffeine after 2, I'm not going to sleep well. It's just what happens. So how can you get started today? Well, you can join these trainings, participate in this group. You are welcome to call us, to ask us questions. We're always looking for new topics for our trainings. If there's something that you need to be your best, or a challenge that you haven't been able to find a workaround, or you don't want to spend the hours and hours of research like we do every day to figure it out, send us a message. We're really happy to communicate and share with you. And we've had clients that give us feedback like, you have given me my life back, or because of you, I have added 10 well years onto my life. I've had people say that they feel 25 years younger, that their pain levels have been radically decreased, and that their energy is fantastic. And this can happen in even less than 30 days when you're doing the right things, when you're using food as medicine, you're covering all the levels of nutrition, you are becoming an energy generator. So if you want to be one of our success stories that says things like that, reach out, send me a DM. We'll set up a time to talk so that we can hear, what your history's been, what you're currently challenged with, and we can explore, can we work together? Is this something that we can help you with to save you time, frustration, and most of all, to save your life so that you're not functioning at half-mast or even at 80% in your life. We want you to have this rich, full life, to build your empire and to live your best life. So rather than waiting on that, just give us a call. We'll have a chat and see where we could take it. I want to thank you so much for being here in this training today. It was jam-packed. We're so happy you're here. Let us know in the comments. Did you watch this live? Are you watching on replay? Do you have any questions? Message us. We are here to serve you, and we can do that best when we know what you need. Again, Stacey Noggle, I'm your high performance health coach, and it is a joy to serve you and be here with you today. Thank you so much. I look forward to another training and more to support you. All right, ciao.